I don't know how long these batteries will last, but we'll try this anyway. So let's see, where was I? Yes, atheism. Professor Anton. Oh, come on. It's just so silly to have to go over this and over this and over this, repeatedly. He's just back to using these stupid words again, sacred. And then the comment section is the same kind of this mush about the mystery of life, and it's just so. And to quibble about the word atheism, it's just a word. It just means not a flat earther. I mean, let's say there wasn't a contrary theory to flat earth, but you knew the earth wasn't flat, but you didn't have the word round. So you said something, anti-flat earth. I mean, come on. It's perfectly reasonable to look around and say this is not a perfect creation. This is not a rational arrangement. People uses this again with the balance word too. Another one just drives me insane. Like somehow there could be some other perception besides balance. I mean, what exactly would imbalance look like? I mean, what? What? The imbalance, the waves would just come at different time scale, but there's no balance beyond the fact that there's a universe that has properties, and so it's going to establish an identity, and it's not any more different than the fact that you're going to have a personality. Whether you want to have one or not, you're going to have one. Whatever. So anyway, what reveals the real giveaway for Professor Anton there, somewhere in the comments he said something like, well, people need a narrative. Again, the truth is about what people need. I mean, what a pile of shit. The truth isn't about what people need. We're not talking about human psychology. Here, I can make you feel better. I can give you a fake bullshit story, and it'll make you feel better. So that's not what you're supposed to be doing, conducting here. Okay, so you're in the conversation on a false pretense. If you're talking about what people need, or if you want to give them therapy, make them more productive cogs for the human engine, or some other kind of agenda besides defining our reality. And our reality has nothing to do with what we need. It has to do with what the facts are. And I think it's been pretty well diagrammed for us. The fact of evolution, the fact of human fallibility, certainly when it comes to primitive stories made up by the ancients, that yes, there's no dragons, there's no leprechauns, there's no Little Red Riding Hood, and there's no fucking Jehovah and the rest of that crap. And it's just that crap. So there's, and Anton, God, I can't speak English, fuck. Professor Anton will concede that these bullshit religions with this bullshit heavens and hells and all the soap opera of the gods crap is just that crap. But his argument is, battery trouble. So anyway, Professor Anton's basically arguing that the fables, their particular fables and stories are wrong from antiquity, but the idea of making up a story is right. We should be making up a story. We should project onto everything a personality and mystical powers, and everything's conscious and molecules and blah 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 blah. And it's just a bunch of crap. Just make up a narrative because people need one. Well, that's just a pile of shit. What the facts tell us is that we have the attribute of consciousness because it was a good survival tool. No other reasons. We can see its progression in the animal world. There's animals tweeting there. You can hear them. They're making noises. They have a central nervous system, a psychology. They have a consciousness. And the only thing that makes ours a little different is that we can do this language thing and do broader conceptualizations. We can have conversations about reality and convey them to each other and educate each other to what reality is, so we're not just emotionally crazy animals. We have a whole bunch of thought that goes with our emotions. God damn it. Context. Yeah, I don't know, my brain is, I don't know, very twitchy today too, which isn't good. Going all Parkinson or something. But anyway, last days. It's just making up stories, and then to sit there and demean and talk as if the atheists are the ones that are fucking bullshitting or acting emotionally, or let's see, what's the term they use? That they're mad at God or something, and that's why they're atheists, is because they're mad at the God they don't believe in. Oh, it's just so fucking idiotic. When, every piece of evidence points to the fact that you're the bullshitter, Professor. You're the one who said it plainly. People need a narrative. Okay, so who are you fooling with this crap? You're the one playing the goddamn game. You're the one emotionalizing life. Throwing your words like sacred when you know it's a loaded word, when you absolutely must know it's a word veiled in deities and the very concept of a bestowment by a god in a heaven, but you'll use the word anyway because you're fucking playing a goddamn game. You won't have an honest conversation, and yet you'll sit there and insult the atheist community as if you're standing on some platform from which you are, whatever, glass house or something. I mean, it's just bullshit. You don't deserve any, you don't have any defense against the very same accusation. I mean, you could be knocked down with even a lesser accusation because the evidence is so fucking obvious, and we've stated it. People need. Well, it isn't about what fucking people need. It's about what fucking people can demonstrate with a rational argument, with what's called evidence. And there's no evidence of divine anything. There's evidence of consumption and reproduction with a blueprint molecule that is capable of allowing an organism to become extremely complex in how it does that blood sucking. But it's all about sucking some kind of blood from, metaphorically, from the environment. And yes, we do it in this incredibly preposterous, eccentric manner, but that's all it is. And it has nothing to do with all this higher aspirations of beauty and all this other crap, because all that crap comes down to nothing more than a psychological addiction. Without some kind of mechanism built into you to say it smells good, or it's tasty, or I'm horny for it, you don't have any fucking beauty. Beauty can only exist when you have an organism that is horny for it. So it's all about addiction, nothing more. And that's what's motivating us and pushing us through this mush. That's what's forcing us to wiggle our way through the humus. It's a good word for it. This layer of living and dead matter that we're chomping our way through. It's just whatever. I mean, there's just no conversation if you're going to just ignore the language, just to say, I'm going to pretend everybody on Earth has a preposterously irregular definition of a word. I'm going to deliberately use it, deliberately encourage people to misunderstand what I'm saying. I mean, it's just such crap. And why? Because you've got some thought in your head that, here I can give the babies a pacifier. I can give them a fake nipple to suck on, and it won't be as toxic, as that crazy religious crap. but it'll satisfy their need to suckle on bullshit. It's still a lie. So fuck that. Fuck lies. And that's all this crap is. You're going to use a word like sacred. There's nothing sacred here. It really isn't sacred. It's just